Welcome back, guys. Backyard Builds with Nate here again. I'm right here on a Thursday here. Had a good day today. You know, Dougie did a bunch of square body things, body work and such. So we're back in the shop here tonight. Working on this here motor I picked up for the 57. Picked up another 400, 351 modified 400. Difference in them are 351 modified has a 3.5 inch stroke, 400 has a 4 inch stroke. Only way you can figure out which one's which is actually to measure the stroke. But this one here is a modified. The other one was a modified as well, but they changed the timing over it, changed the timing gears in it, switch it so it's straight timing like a 400 because they got the old EGR garbage on them back then when they come out and made them a slug. So I'm actually going to put timing gears out of that one. They're still good. They were new. We're the timing gears in this motor. But last night, I didn't do a video last night, but I did work on this last night, and I pulled the manifolds off it, which the bolts were very desirable. There was a bunch rotted out, a bunch busted off. So I ended up, actually, I'll show you here. So I had to do the old, weld the nut on trick. Heat from the nut goes through, you know. I had 4 of them I had to do that with. 4 of them. And then there were some of them that were no heads left on them or nothing. And just actually gave them a good crack on the head with the hammer, stuck the vice grips on it, they spun right off. But lo and behold, when I pulled the manifolds off, I found myself a frost plug rotted out. So 2 of them actually. We had 2 rotted out frost plugs. So today I picked up 2 new ones at our local Napa store. Got them here in my pocket still. 2 new ones. I think I'm going to go on the route here and show you how I installed them. I'm sure everybody installs them differently. But what I do is I have the frost plug. And then I take a socket that fits nice and tight over the frost plug. Nice and tight over the front. This one here actually fits perfectly tight over the frost plug so you don't bevel it over or nothing. I put it on backwards, shove an extension in the socket the opposite direction. But what I do is I'll clean the hole out in the block, Scotch-Brite it nice, clean, smooth. I put a little bit of the black RTV just around it. Tap it in, and when that socket there comes flush with the block, I switch to a different socket, which is the same size hole as the hole in the block, and then I'll tap it in with this socket till the lip is just in 1/8 of an inch. So that's what we're going to do here right now. I had to clean it up a little bit first for the frost plugs. Then I got to pull the oil pan off it. You see a couple here I had to, when I welded them, just the old white stuff on it, clean them up. I got to pull the pan off it. Pull the pan off, flywheel off, change the pickup, put the other pan on. I'm going to clean the motor. Quick little paint job, nothing too awful fancy. Swap the intake and valve cutters out. That's what I got on the go. I'll bring you along with me here, putting these frost plugs in. I haven't cleaned this yet. There's the frost plug holes. We're just going to clean that with a little bit of brake clean around the holes. Rag. And tap these in. So let's see if I can get you set up here in a decent position. Guys. Oh, here the tripod comes at 1 more notch. Decent position. Grab my brake clean. Cloth, we'll wipe that out first. Hope everybody had an awesome day today. I had a good day with Dougie. I did have to run to town today at lunchtime for a few things. And good clean around that hole. And then I'll take a Scotch-Brite pad and shine it up. I have a visitor there, a four-wheeler running around today, this evening. See, I got my safety squints on. Safety glasses are over on the shelf, actually, guys. Should have them on. Another bike going. And the bikes are out tonight. It was a real nice day here, one of the warmest days in Nova Scotia so far this spring. Now, I'm just going to grab a Scotch-Brite pad. I'll give it a little rub. One more time. She's 1.5 inch frost plug. They only had the tap-in ones in stock, which is fine. There's different ones. This is the one we're going to use this time. Okay, grab a Scotch-Brite pad. I got one of them right here. I just seen it. Scotch-Brite pad was where? You just see 1 minute ago. Should have it ready, I guess, a little better. Scotch-Brite pad, Scotch-Brite. Maybe it's over here. You have one here. You do. I'm going to put you on pause here until I find that Scotch-Brite pad. Yeah, it was playing trickery on me, it was. It's right in front of my face, like always. Give it another little shot. I'll even do it with the brake clean on it. Do it again. This motor was in a plow truck, so it didn't surprise me when I seen the frost plug was rusted out in it at all. Didn't surprise me one bit. Manifolds were toast too, so away she goes, guys. Away she goes. We're cleaning up really nice, actually. I could have put this motor on the engine stand, but it doesn't need to go on the engine stand. We can do everything right on the engine picker. I'll paint it on here and everything. It doesn't have to go on the stand. I'll just do the oil pump, oil pan and stuff hanging here in the air. She's cleaning up. I think when I got the front, before I put the water pump back on, I'm actually going to give this a flush as well. Flush that block out a little bit. There was the antifreeze was good that come out of it, but there's over years of time and such, there was some crapola inside there. A little bit of crapola. So give this another wipe. Get it nice, fairly clean and dry. Clean and dry. Feels good and smooth too. Yeah, she's clean, dry, and smooth there now. Good enough. Good enough. All right, I'll grab my stuff here. All right, we're going to give her a go here. Like I say, there's a couple different ways of doing this. My uncle showed me how he did it years ago, and I'm just kind of doing it the same way that he did it. It's always worked. Other than this darn silicone's got a little spot hot plug back there. Thought I had it. Guess not. It doesn't need much anyways. It just needs a little bit. Come on. Just a little bit. Just a little bit on the side of her where she goes in. My fingers are messy. Got a mess on it. But like I say, it only needs a skim. Just a film. Just a little film. I don't put it all over the inside because we don't want it inside the motor. I got it all over me, but way she goes. So we'll go with that first socket and see if we get her started. So like I said, I got the ratchet extension through it from the back side. Nice flat surface for that to set on. Sets on there real nice. And I'm sure everybody, a bunch of people's done this. And this is just what I'm doing tonight. Try to get her to set flat there to start with. Flat in there to start with. Flat there like so. And I'll give her a couple taps to get her decently straight, see if she goes. One corner might go a little. Oh, let's go. Yeah, if you go too far, you don't want to tap her in through. So now it's flush with the block. It's flush there now. It's got to go in so it sets in there about 1/8 of an inch. A couple ticks on the tape. So this socket here will actually fit nice and tight right in the hole. So we just want that to go in until it's 1/8 in there. And if there is any excess silicone, you just wipe it off. But usually there's not much. There's a nice spot where you can tell when it sets nice and flush. I just keep checking it, make sure it's nice and flush. A little bit more. We're almost there now. Yeah. So now we can see that one. Hopefully you can see. Let's get up close here. It is 1/8 just inside there. It's in nice and square, nice and flush. Square, it's in with 1/8. So you can see how thick the other hole is. See how thick that there is, guys? Right, so usually there's a bevel and then there's a flat edge. So if you get in past this bevel, get in past the bevel to the flat edge, and then she's good. She'll be tight. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll stick the second one in. I'll get you back here again wherever you are. Right there, we'll get the second one geared up. See if I can get some more damn silicone there. Shoot that screw in again. Just need enough to. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There you go. Oh, now she starts to come. Just need enough to make a skim anyways. That's all we need. That's all we need. Right around the outside of that. We'll see if we can do her twice. I have in the past drove them right in past before into the block. And, oh, you just want to give it that one more last tap, but that ain't what you want. Then you're fighting to get it back out of the block. That's fun. You drive that in there so she's inside. Then you get the vice grips and needle nosed in there, pry it around. pull it out, all them good things. Not so good things. Now, get this one here up in there. Oh, stay there a second, guys. Stay. Stay. We're ready for the other socket again. I'm only giving her baby taps, just making her work, do her deed. And she's a going. Almost too much on that one, lightly on the next one. A little bit more. A bit more. Yeah, that's in there. That's in there, guys. Just double check these ones over here. Them ones are looking good. They're looking good. Only one more little tap there. One more little tap. You can take the socket and tap around the socket too if you wish. If you wish. So yeah, there we are. 2 new frost plugs. And like I say, they're in there nice, tight, good to go. That'll fix that issue. So now we got to pull the flywheel off it, and I'm going to pull the timing cover off it. Flywheel, timing cover, oil pan. There we go. That's what we're up to next. Pull this flywheel off. I think it's 11/16. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure she's 11/16. Nope. Wrong again today. 3/4. I used to do a lot of these motors. Well, not these motors. A lot of small block Fords. I've changed a lot of motors. Rebuilt quite a few small block 302s. Small block, yeah, small block 302. 289s, 255s. Had a bunch of 351 Windsors. I used to always like the 351 Windsor. They were good torquey. The only way they were any good on top end, you had to put a cam in and get some RPM out of them. They stroked them now to a 408 and they work really nice. I had a, motor that's behind us. That was the first 351 that I actually built. I had that in an 86 Ranger with a T5 behind it, 350 gears, and that thing used to work good. There, we got that. We're gonna have to use the other flywheel because this one got a couple bad teeth. So we'll just take this off so we can paint the back of the block. Give my other hand here. Move this over here. Change that back. There, that one's off. So now we're going to go at. We're going to take the temperature sensor out of the block. I was looking for the temperature sensor in the other block here last time. It was hidden behind hidden behind the alternator bracket. They got it way over here in the front of the block. Right up here, actually. That's hidden behind everything. A little hard to get at when all the drive gears on it and stuff. They got spots in the thermostat has them, but you don't want to put it in there because you don't get no heat reading in there till the old thermostat opens. She sticks, you're toast. All right, let's. we'll pop that oil pan off now. See what kind of mess we'll get into with this. I know what happened last time, the mess we had. All over the place. All over the place. Maybe this time I'll leave a bulb in a little while longer. No, 7/16. All down ones. Change that one out. What they got going on there? Yep. Root to the other size. All right. And one more extension. This old oil pan's got fiberglass on it. She's been leaking. She was leaking when I got her. Oh yeah, that one there's washers onto it. It's already June. I was hoping to have this ready to drive, but different things happen. These things happen, guys. That was in storage all winter. Never even looked at it all winter. I was just hoping that motor was going to pan out, but it did not. It won't stop us though. We're going to keep moving forward. I've been driving the old truck there quite a bit. Enjoying that anyways. We got to get that in. A couple of things I've got to do to that truck too. But we have other people's vehicles to fix for a guy here. I still got a frame to fix on a Chev. This weekend I'll be at that. Like to bang that one out. Get them back on the road. That's what I like to do. Get everybody going back on the road. Everybody has things they have to do, and you gotta have a vehicle to do it. People complain about fuel mileage and stuff, but that's one thing I try not to complain about. We all gotta go places, we all gotta work, and going places and working. Well, I was driving. Definitely ain't driving no battery operated car around here. They got them here, but I don't know how they're ever gonna pan out for people. We don't have enough infrastructure in our power source around here for everybody to have them. And they sure do look like they burn up quick. This guy won't be having one. No. No battery operated ones for this guy. They can try to scare you into it and whatnot, but it ain't gonna happen. There's too much fuel in the ground for that stuff. When I was in Alberta, we plugged off wells that were drilled in the 60s that were good wells and ready to produce and stuff, and there's lots of fuel. They just need that pipeline. Need that pipeline. I'm all for that. If they had that pipeline, it'd be great. I'm not gonna let this one fall on me this time, guys. I might let the impact gun fall. Not letting the pan fall this time. And of course, my gun's right where the oil goes, right? Yeah. I didn't drain the oil of this one first. Should have. I got a pan over here. I'm dumping it right in right now. 90% of it went in the pan. Not even any big chunks in here. That's a good sign. It's clean. No big chunks or nothing. She's clean. No chunks, no filings. That's a good sign. I might pull a cap and have a look. See how the day goes. See how the day goes. I might pull a cap. Stuff out of the way. We gotta pull that pickup off. And let's have a look there now. What else we got? Need that drain pan. Try not to have all the oil on the floor. Oh, that pickup has to come off. And that is screwed in to the pump. So, we'll pop that timing cover off now too. I'll grab a couple bars and see how stuck that timing cover is. We'll see what this timing chain's like right while we're here. Right while we're here. That just reminds me of something else I got going on here. The timing cover is all unbolted. I'll start with a little one up top here. Just see if we got a little bit in there. A little bit in there. A little bit up through here. Not bad. Couple taparoos and away we go. Work around that dowel pin. Yeah. Yeah. What kind of shape are they in there? Actually, good thing we did pop her off. She's got the old original pipe on her, and the part numbers on these things. DO. That's an 80 timing set. Look at that now. The one in the other motor is new, and that's a good thing we pulled that apart, guys. I'll have to pull that fuel pump off too, I guess. She's gone. She's gone. Yeah, it's a good reason for checking that stuff out. When I was taking the harmonic balancer off it last night, I ended up destroying my puller. I had the original puller. This was bent from before, but the original bolt and stuff stripped. It was tight. So I had an old 3-fingered puller. I just drilled the hole out in this, used the 3-finger, just took it apart, slid the bolt through, slid that in behind, bolted it to the harmonic balancer, ground the pin down on the end. It's twisted here some now. Slid the original one on there. It worked. Got the JOB done. So I do need another new one, I guess. That's just like a backup last scenario to get her done type of deal. Yeah, now that I see that, we'll check that out. I'm gonna, a couple more little things there. I see I got some company coming in, guys. Yeah, there's what I'm at tonight, guys, working on this stuff. I'll fill you in a little bit more on how this here goes here. I appreciate you coming out. Appreciate all the likes, subscribes, all that stuff. I'm having fun and trying to keep going on this stuff. I want to get, hopefully, maybe have this, tomorrow's Friday. I had to pick the boy up tomorrow night. I'd like to have this geared up to go in, but we'll see how it goes. And keep on plugging away. Yeah, everybody, it's sunny out, nice out. Get out at your projects. If you're not at your projects, get your hot rods out. Get your cars out, get your rat rods out. Go out for a rip. Take the old lady for an ice cream. She'll enjoy you for that. Maybe a Caesar on a deck somewheres. Oh yeah, that's good times out for supper. A Caesar on a deck, cold beer, watching the traffic roll by. Go to the lake. So, anyways, that's enough horseradish for me, guys. Thanks for coming out. Have a good night, and we'll catch you in the next one with more things on the 57 to come. Later, guys. Bye.